Well, hello, how's everybody? It's Sunday. Look at this biggest mess I've got. I went to the grocery store, and you know I can't pass up a bargain. I try to save money, but sometimes I feel like I spend more than if I'd just bought not a bargain. But these baby cut carrots that are peeled, I love keeping these because they're already peeled and I got them for 99 cents a bag. They're usually about $4. So we got those. Got some red chopped onions, diced red onions for 99 cents. We're going to use that. Got some blackberries on sale to go with my I have one more of these in the icebox that I'm going to make something out of. And the strawberries, they were still about $3 for that package instead of the $1.50 that I'm used to. Got some of these wonderful fresh mandarin oranges. Already had one out of the package. I had one driving back home because I felt like my blood sugar was, but these are the best oranges and they're so easy to peel. I can give them to Mother and we just love them. They're fresh mandarins, easy to peel, smart stack. So you'll know that package. So we got those. I'll break something before it's over with, y'all. You know me, I'll break something. So I was just fixing to get me a little drink of Kool-Aid. Let me get some ice. I'm just so parched. I've got to have something. And I think I'll tell you what I'm going to have instead of Kool-Aid. I'm going to get me some water out of my dispenser. I'll set it right there. And I'll get me some of my Nellie and Joe's Key West lemon juice. I'm going to put about a teaspoon and a half. And I'm going to have a sweet mo. I know a lot of you gripe about me using sweet mo. Well, got to do something. So that's my rice. And then I'll stir it and we'll have a nice cold glass of, with that key lemon juice is the best. Oh, that tastes like kind of like Sonic. Those limeades or lemonades. It's got that because the key lime or the key lemon that I get, that Nellie and Joe's, you can order it from Amazon. It's just not like any other. You can't get another lemon juice like it because it's sweet. When you mix it, it's sweet in cakes, pies, lemon pie. Oh gosh, lemon pie with that is absolutely out of this world. So, what am I doing? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I put some more olive in my... I'm not doing the cabbage, and I'm not doing the jalapenos today. Here's another little trivet I got. Went to that estate sale. This is at Francoma. I didn't have this one with the butterflies and the flower. And this Francoma bowl with my pepper. So I got that little addition this weekend. Matter of fact, I went on Saturday. Got the fried tomatoes to do fried green tomatoes. And some onions, home garden onions. These are out of the garden. And the tomatoes were kind of hard to get, but I found them finally. So, I'm going to set the cabbage over there. I've cleaned this stove about 6 times today, so I'm not cleaning it before I turn y'all on. I got me a little scrubber, and that's what I scrub my stove with. I scrub my dishes with it. And I'm going to get some of these so I can... These are the best things in the world. So, let me visit with y'all a little bit. I'm going to pull my KitchenAid over here. My KitchenAid. So that, and I'm going to flip my little door up. And let me get my meat grinder put together here. Then my throat, y'all, is allergies. Now I'm going to use that large meat grinder for this. I'll screw that down real good so that then I'll put that on my KitchenAid. Get that up there. Get that up there. I've got that on my KitchenAid. Pretty good there. Rinse this. And I dropped this the other day, and well, it's been longer than that, a good while ago, really. And I haven't bought another, but I bent my tray. But it still works, so we're okay there. I need to get some of that shine stuff, so I can shine my deal up here. Now that may be a little too tall for me, to my liking. So let me drop things, and then might try to do it about right there, because you can see what I'm doing. Well, I hope y'all are having a good Sunday today. I didn't have anything prepped, so I'm sorry, but that's just today. Well, many times I don't prep stuff like if I was doing a teaching or anything. So I just don't. Sometimes I prep, sometimes I don't prep. So now I've got let's check this and make sure that this is into that deal, because if not, let's see. Okay. Now we've got that. Let's get one of our Carrot pans. I don't know which size, so I can use, let's see, I don't know if I want that size. Yeah, maybe this size, probably this bigger size. And I get my breadboard. Try to set this, since I'm trying to use the camera and this trivet tray. It's kind of hard. So that might work. I can't tell you for sure. I've got a lot of these wood boards, and that's what I use them a lot of times for, is to stack up so I can get everything to where I can maybe get it going there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pork. I bought my pork. I've got it soaking in. I've got a lot of it because it's on sale. I've got my pork and it's soaking in water, and I put a little vinegar and water and baking soda, and I'm soaking that. So then what I will do is I will take these and feed them down into this meat grinder and get this ground up. Now probably what I'll have to do, or I know what I'll have to do, is I'll have to slice as I go. To get that bone out, I'll have to slice. So that's fine too, because I'm not sure this is going to work right here. I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but you know what might work? More ways to skin a cat than one way. That don't have to be. I like that on my tray, my mixing board here, so it don't shake around and all that stuff. So maybe if I turn it sideways and move these, well, I could move those and then just set that. Oh, I've got those crumbs. A while ago I spilled a whole box of cereal trying to figure out what I was doing. That's nothing new for me. Okay, I'm going to have to move these, because what I'm trying to do is get here. I'm not going to use this board at all for my meat. I do not. I use this other board. Let me get that one out. Tiny, tiny kitchen, y'all. It's just, and I'm trying to. Now this is another old board. It looks like the Dickens, but it's good. Yeah, I've been to the store today, and there was not a lot of people there whatsoever. Let me wash this board off. This is my meat board. The one I don't get raw meat on my wood boards, because that goes down into them, and then you've got all that. Could get sick from it, the way I feel. This one I burnt the other day. I left the burner on, but it's fine now. And so what we will do is we will take. I've got to move everything around every time. Maybe if I could ever. Okay, so what I do is I'll take find my bones, and I just cut right around that bone. May have to sharpen my knives, but probably I'll be alright. Because these are the pork chops, and you're gonna have, and you can use these in soup with this pork on them. See, you can go ahead and use that in soup. So I'm going to get a little bowl and just set them there. I'll just lay these in here as I cut this. Now these were on sale for, not much. not much. And I've already thrown the packages out. I think for all this meat I paid $12. You know. So that was a steal there. At $12. And I've got quite a bit to do here. So I'll get this, because I'm not worried about leaving that meat on there, because those are fine. They'll cook off. Just make sure you get the bones out of these. And I'll be back in just a minute when I get this, so you don't have to sit there and watch me just cut the bones out. Okay, I thought I'd better come back on and show y'all what I'm doing. I keep me a antibacterial soapy bucket of water right next to everything for my hands and for the countertops, since we're doing pork. So that's just something I do, and then I wipe my, try to keep everything as clean as possible with that pork. You just have to be real careful. But this is going to be kind of loud. I was going to hook the microphone up, and I thought, I've got it. I've got the microphone here and to do it. But I thought, I'm worried about me hooking that up, because half the time I do something, it screws up something. So I thought, y'all just have to just watch. Turn your sound down if you don't want to hear the KitchenAid meat grinder. I turn it on pretty good speed. I just want y'all to see how this meat comes out of that. I don't even have, it's got so much power with that KitchenAid, I don't even have to hardly use my little poker. And you see all that good pork. In a second, we'll turn it off. So now I have to cut a little more here, because I want those smaller bits. Okay, let me get that all the way out. Alright, so what I'm going to do, let me show you, is I'll just go ahead and cut this off of the head of that, because that's my bigger grinding setting. And a lot of this I'm going to just use as pork, ground pork. Some of it I'm going to make sausage now with it. So let me get my cloth and get some of this mess kind of wiped up, get these infected tools into the sink. Get some water run on it, because I just don't trust E. coli and all that stuff whatsoever. And I don't want it on my stuff. I'd rather have a little bit of soapy water on my board, because it'll dry on out just like wood spoons. Y'all know people say, oh, they're not sanitary. Yes, they are. Wood spoons have been used for hundreds of years. You wash them with water, get the food off of them, and let them sit and air dry, and they automatically heal themselves of any bacteria. But you have to dry them for about 24 hours. That's why I'm always using wood. People say, oh, it's porous. No. If you wipe it down clean, see now, I put some just water, and I put some baking soda, water, and just a little bit of the natural soap. Oh, here's our lemonade. I hadn't even had a drink. Gotta have a drink. Boy, if y'all don't have that Nellie and Joe's key lime and key lemon, you need to get it. You can take that and make, that's lemon in there, but the lime, and then get you a little packet of the cherry, like this little cherry, Great Value cherry Kool-Aid. Put it in there. It's like, tastes just like those Sonic limeades without the sugar. Cherry limeade. You can put fresh cherry juice in it, whatever you want. A friend of mine said, well, why didn't I can some of those green tomatoes? Well, I took this jar out because it's the last one I have. I've given most of it away. I've got watermelon rind in here. I've got some green tomatoes. A couple had a little red on them. Got pepper and onions and garlic cloves. And it is delicious. Yes, it's delicious. But let me tell you, I was eating that and my hands were swelling and my feet were swelling, and I realized this is so much sodium in it. So I've got pickling spice in there. I'm not eating any more of it. So that's going to go to somebody that can withstand that stuff, because Mother and I, so I'm not canning that anymore. So there's a recipe on there, but I'm not doing it again, so you better get it before I take it off, or I'll leave it on there. But I'm just telling you, that's the way. Okay, so now we've got our pork, ground pork, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I guess, let me see, I better get the bigger Carrot pan. I guess I better get this bigger one, because I am going to make sausage. You've always heard the Republicans and the Democrats on the House floor and stuff over the years making sausage. Well, we're making sausage. It's not their kind of doing, but it's our kind of doing. We're really going to make sausage. You don't have all that mess in there, that old byproducts and stuff in your sausage when you make it. So I'll probably divide this half and half. Because I'll tell you why I wanted some good sausage. Because I was going to cook this cabbage with cornbread and stuff. And those fried green tomatoes. And I thought, that sausage, big sausage patties would be good with that. And I thought, no, I'm not buying no sausage that's pre-made, because I don't want all that shelf-stable stuff in it. So this is what I'm doing right here. I'm doing that. There's a little bone in that. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. Sometimes a small bone will go through that. There's that old fly. Looky there. I told y'all that bastard. I get so mad at these flies. I just want to scream. Okay, so that's about half. Now we can use this, and you know what? I'm wondering. I think I'm just gonna make all the sausage instead of messing with trying to save that, because it's going to be hard. I bought it on sale, so that means it's a couple of days older, and I don't want to. If I was going to cook it tomorrow, which I am, I'll tell you what I could do. I could pre-cook it. I could cook it in something, but then I'm going to have to store it. So see, I have all these these things I have to work out. Well, let me do this first. Okay, I'm going to lay that spoon over there. Now, I'm going to put these onions. I'm not sure if that chop this will, it should. It should. I've got the smaller. So let's take off our wheel, our screen here. Oh, them onions just so strong, my eyes went haywire. Okay. So now, let me get my little screen thing out. Pop it in the pan. And I'll clean that, see, off. Clean that off. Rinse it off. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out that screen. With the much thinner screen, so we can put our onions and stuff into the sausage. I've even got one thinner than that, I think, but I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to my body. Let me clean my deal here. Now that's okay to use go ahead and use your hopper up here, since you're going to put the pork together. So it's okay. Alright. Now let's turn that back on. Get our little tray there. I'll put some of these onions, see how they do. I'm going to just see how they do. That should chop up fine. It'll be juicy. Okay. Let me rinse my wand off and see now. Let me turn this up a little bit. Good, that onion is coming out now. See that pink onion, red onion, it's coming out. See how juicy that is? Well, that'll make some good sausage, a purple onion. Well, I've got some of these garden onions. I don't think we will need them. Let me get my knife. I'll cut one up. We'll just put one of our little onions, fried onions, I should have put it in there. Give us a little sweet onion, a little Vidalia onion. And if we want a little heat now, take a cut that off, that jalapeno. Get my peppercorn now. These peppercorns I couldn't live without if I didn't have So that just takes my seed pod out. I'll slice. And you have to be careful because that'll shoot out in your eyes and you'll wish you hadn't have done it. So you have to cover that with your hand. Okay, that's coming along nice. Let me get this cleaned up. And I'll be back in just a few. Okay, so I went out to the herb garden and I got fresh herbs that we need. And I got to thinking, you know, I'm going to have all this meat, this pork. So I'm going to go ahead and put the whole pepper into this. I'm going to chop our herbs. I've got rosemary, I got thyme, I've got a little bit of mint, I've got some dill, I got sage, mint, thyme, and then I'm going to put some other spices, fennel and cloves and so forth and so on. This is our fresh stew that I rinsed off, and we'll chop that. Let's pull that off of the stems. Oh, I've got y'all on here. Now, get them little stems off of any of these fresh herbs, because you don't want them choking somebody. Or see, like rosemary and fennel, thyme, will have a stem. I may not be talking about that thyme. See, that's soft enough. Now get the younger deal, and all that's fine there. Get the rest of this off. You don't want to waste none of these fresh herbs. If you took the time, let me get an apron. Let me get my apron. I'm gonna wear orange. Let me get my apron. I've been trying to do so much like I always do today, even Sunday. No rest for the week. That's okay. We make it, don't we, y'all? Okay, so what? Let me make sure these are fine. I'm just gonna roll those. I cut my finger about a week ago, month, and I can tell it when I get these herbs or anything. You can use your dried. The recipe I'm going to put on there is my grandmother's, and another recipe I found that I've combined, and a few of my own. I've never used mint in it, but today we're going to, because I wanted to try. That mint probably will give the pork it will give a game, like if you're cooking pheasants or something gamey, deer, it will help cut that wild taste. Mint does. That's why they serve it with lamb. It kind of cuts that mutton flavor. Okay. Oh, there's our fresh herbs. Chopped. So we got those chopped. I miss my big knife when I don't have it over here. A chop knife. So I'm fixing to have it. because I've got to. This Tsp knives, I love them that they gave to me. I'm going to just put that into my sausage pan. I'm getting tired, but we're going to finish this today. I've already been to the grocery store. I've been up since early this morning. Then I took a small nap. I had to. I just got to where I couldn't. All right. Now let me check. We got our sage and our thyme. And I didn't put crushed red pepper in this because I'm doing that jalapeno. I'm going to get some paprika. I need that. Let's see. I'm going to put, well, that's not the right measuring. Let me get grandmother's old measuring. Let's put 1.5 teaspoons for a regular size of ground paprika. I'm going to put 2 in mine. I might ought to do 3. No, 2 is enough. I don't want everything. So now I'm going to take, you know, my whole nutmegs, Indian nutmeg. I'm going to use. It only calls for about 1/4 teaspoon, and you can do it however you want to in that. Let me get this down here. I've still got to do a few more things to grind, but I'm going to get my nutmeg put in here. I'm going to do about 1 teaspoon in mine. So that's the whole nutmeg. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. You use those whole nutmegs. They smell so good. Let me get my, okay, on my, I'm only going to add 1/2 teaspoon of the ground cloves. Grandmother's recipe called for it, the other ones don't. So I'll go with what I think. Fennel, I'm going to put it in my little mojito. It's my mortar and pestle, either one. 1/2 teaspoon. I'll put celery seed in it. 1/2 teaspoon. A rounded 1/2 teaspoon. And 1/2 teaspoon of mustard. Faith in a mustard seed, you remember that? I say it every time. The Lord said if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, and I do. I do every day, good Lord. I do every day. I'm not so sure that I should put, I'm going to put some cardamom in this, just 1/2 teaspoon, just, alright, now I think that's pretty good there. Now we got to have salt. Let's do about, on this, probably 2 teaspoons. And let me get some, I've got ground pepper with the grinder, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons. And I've got to put my garlic in too. So, let me get, I buy this big old jug of garlic. Don't know why, because it's on sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, should use about 3 grated garlic cloves. So I'm going to put it in in here with my pepper. I'm going to put 2 big scoops, tablespoon scoops, and I'm going to put more onion and I'm going to put some carrot in this. So I'll be back. You see what we've done so far, and once I get this mixed and done, I'll be back. Okay, look how colorful that is. It's got all our, and we've still got to put our thyme and our ground cloves and our mustard, and we'll just grind that in our mortar pestle real good. I want that ground really, really good. I like grinding it by hand. I got those other things, but I like doing it this way. See how ground that got? Pretty good. Now we will pour that in, pop it. Now fennel, you can smell, it's kind of a licorice smell. Okay, we'll wipe this up, set that there, and I'm going to slide the tray back around, clean this up. Clean this. Gotta clean it up again, clean it up again, clean that up, and clean that up, and what have you. I'm trying to hurry, y'all. I know you say don't hurry or what have you. Well, I'm getting tired. So, I know that if I do not hurry, Mother might be starving to death. So I'm not going to do the cabbage. I'm going to do, Mother said, I went in there and talked to her while y'all were on hold. And I asked her what she wanted, and she said she wanted a sausage sandwich. So let me get Grandmother's big bowl. Oh Lord. Let me get Grandmother's big bowl here, and that's a sponge bowl y'all always like. I don't use it quite often, not often, because they're so heavy. It's so heavy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that pork that we made also, put that in there. We're going to take our pork that we've just put all the ingredients in. Let me get all this out. And let me get one of the, I don't know, where am I? This is the wooden spoon I was using earlier, so we'll just go ahead and finish it. We'll mix our ingredients for our sausage together. Really make sure you get it really mixed. Gotta get all those herbs, fly, get out of here. It's all that rain. And it's just this time of year. Daddy always said, Grandmother put a fruit jar or something and fixed one of those fly traps. I've got 2 outside I made, but I don't have any in here. Okay. So now, I was going to do that coleslaw, and then cook half the cabbage, because Mo loves coleslaw. But I'm too exhausted tonight, y'all, this evening. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I just cannot do it. I can't do any more besides about what I'm doing. I had even planned to try to make a tort or something with the blueberries, but that'll have to wait too. I'm so sorry. But this takes a while to make sausage. You know, it takes a while to, takes a lot out of you. Think about when they had to render a whole hog, grandmother and them. They'd render that whole hog down and make sausage and then put it all in that smokehouse. I remember the old smokehouse as a little kid. I'd play in that smokehouse. I think that's mixed fairly well. Now I can put that in my shrink wrap bags, my Mills bags. Let me get this stove kind of where I can at least cook on it and it don't stink frying something. Let me get this, okay, I could just, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me rinse this pan out. Y'all stay there just a minute. Then I don't have to dirty another skillet. One good thing about these white pans, I use them and they rinse out. I mean, just like that. You know, they just rinse out. So, let me dry that. And I'll dry this again. Because I don't want a grease fire or any kind of fire. Now I'm going to put my handle on it. Now I've got me a skillet. So let's turn our deal on high. Better put the garlic back in the fridge. A lot of this stuff I've got to put back in the fridge, but I'll have to do it in a little bit. I just can't do it right now. I got us some, let me mix this one more time around. Get that pan going. I'm going to have to put a little oil. I should make patties and then put them in the refrigerator. Let me get some olive oil. Not a whole bunch. I got too much. No, I think that'll be okay. Let me wash my hands good with my soap. A bucket bottle of, what do you call it? Yellow soap. My bowl that I keep my antibacterial soap, I keep that, another bowl, right by the sink, and then that's what I do is I rinse my hands off in that bowl. I keep it with my bottle brush, and that's how I wash my hands all the time. And then y'all don't have to, or I don't even have to hear. Okay. Now then, let me get a just a minute, y'all. I'm winded here. Let me get another little wooden spoon, and I'm going to just pat this out. These are going to be some big sausage patties, but that's okay. We'll get them kind of thin for a sandwich, you know. That should have been a little hotter, but it's okay. Go ahead, I might just go ahead and fry a couple more for breakfast in the morning, then I don't have to worry about it with the egg. You know, the eggs. Nothing like homemade sausage. Takes some time, but you can do it with the kids. They would be interested in that. I'm pretty sure. Now see, when I freeze these, I make a little sausage ball patty, about like that. I make a few little for breakfast. Now that's got an attachment on it for me to stuff the casing, and I can make long sausages or any kind of patty sausage. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Now I'm going to squash these out because on pork you want to make sure you're cooking it good. So we're going to, these make excellent sausage balls, and you add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to them or dark yellow cheese for Christmas, at Christmas time, for hors d'oeuvres. They're beautiful. You can put some crumble some ricotta in it. Okay. Now, let me rinse my hands one more time. Oh. Get that. Because I've got to start watching that. If I don't, let me get some of my new turners. I bought these new turners out of some of your tips that y'all give me. A whole set of these different ones at different times. But they sure have helped because y'all griped at me for using all that plastic that I'd had for 100 years or whatever. So I just decided, well, they gave me the money, so I'm going to buy, and I got several. So thank you followers. I appreciate it so much. You don't know how much. It sure helps us, especially when we need spices, or look at that. Need spices or like little kitchen utensils, which I've got enough now. Kitchen utensils. Let me get my. Let me scrape that off. Because I'm going to turn these, and I use a spoon to turn them with. Then I don't mess them up. Go ahead and turn them. Go ahead and turn. See, they get, I want them kind of squished down because of being a sausage patty. You know. Sure smells good, y'all. There's the little sausages for in the morning. That's another one. Squish those on down and then they'll get some of that grease out. But you'll also, they'll be thin enough to put on a slice of bread for a sausage sandwich. And that's what Mama wanted. Now this makes excellent sausage and gravy. And I hadn't made biscuits in a while after I got over that kick that y'all followed me on of how to make the perfect biscuit. I finally found the perfect biscuit that I'll always use. The angel biscuit, kind of. And I love that biscuit. That's the best biscuit and the easiest way to make them. Alright, now, we'll just let that cook, fry, and when I get through, I'll be back. Okay, so I got back. I wanted to show y'all. We got the sausage patties done. Small ones for our breakfast in the morning. 2 large ones for our, I spread out some good brown, wholesome bread. And I put Duke's mayonnaise on it, and I got a fresh garden tomato. But what I wanted to show you right now is, see, this is a sausage. And I just roll these in about bigger than a silver dollar. And they don't have to be just perfect. But see, what I do now is I'm going to stick this in my deep freeze. So this one I left a little bigger. See, I left that one just a little bit bigger. Roll that down. Then you can slice that off. But what I'm going to do, y'all, is these will go in the freezer for right now, just like this. In these, and I didn't even really seal them that well. You know, you can, but you don't really have to, because tomorrow, or the next day, probably tomorrow, then I take my Jalapeno, because on the Jalapeno you cannot. A lot of people get disturbed about this. Let me just set those for there just a minute while I'm doing this. Your Jalapeno will take on liquid. So that causes you, that'll cause you to think that the liquid goes up the bag as it's sealing, and it won't seal. So what you have to do is you have to put anything that you want in one of those Jalapeno's has to be frozen and not juicy, or the juice will rise as that's sealing and it will not seal. So see, I will put these in the freezer, get them hard, then I will put them in one of my, let me show you. I buy this 100-count bag, 11 by 16s, because then you can cut them. These are your Jalapeno bags. I will put these down in the Jalapeno, take off how much I think I won't need. Then I'll put it into my sealing machine. I don't have it here. It's in the deal. Then that'll suck all that out, and that'll keep those for nearly a year if I need them. But usually I use sausage quite often, especially if it's just homemade, which that's all I use, because of the byproducts, and I know what's in it. So now we're going to slice a tomato. This tomato just as thin as I can get it, because Mama loves garden fresh tomatoes. And it'll might look like the Dickens, but I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Now I'll just do that. I guess I'll just go ahead and, so I don't waste, just put that on mine. Because of course, if there wasn't enough for her, I would not partake in it. That's just the way I am. If there's not enough for one of my guests, then I let them have it. Now, let me get this mess wiped up. I'll just leave it like that. Now here is our sausage patty. Let's, you can tell that they're done. And put that sausage patty right up there. That thinner one she'll probably like better, so let's put that thinner one there. And now, she's got on a kick here lately. She'll only eat half of that, y'all. I wish y'all was here, you could have want some of this. I cook all this good stuff, y'all, and I don't waste it. I try to give it to the needy, or if we don't eat it or I can't freeze it. I don't have any family that is close enough to give them. Well, I have a sister, but she's very finicky, and she's got an upset stomach, or she can't have this, or she can't eat hardly anything I cook, because I use lemons and oranges and all that good stuff, and acid kills her and makes her have headaches, something else. So I gave up on it, y'all. I gave up trying to give them whatever. Alright, I'm going to take my serrated knife. I'm just going to cut down into that. Get our sausage sandwich. And then here's our baby sausage for in the morning when I make scrambled eggs. You know, I eat three scrambled eggs every morning. So, Mother, she likes potato chips. Nothing wrong with that. If I could, I would. If I felt like it, I would cut some potatoes and fry potato chips for her. But I just can't do it. So I'll give her some fresh potato chips. I buy those big bags, and I was going to make some of those chips from the egg drop soup, like I make when I make egg drop soup with the egg roll wrappers, because I got some more on sale. I'm not going to have those. But here's what we're having, is homemade sausage and a homemade sausage sandwich. And that's what we're going to eat for this Sunday, Lord's Day, the Sunday evening. It's 5:30, so it's dinner time. I got Mother already a glass of, I'm giving it tonight lemon water with a little cherry in it, kind of help her. And then I'll get this kitchen cleaned up. And by, probably 11 o'clock, after I get all the herbs and the flowers watered, and I don't wash clothes on Sunday because it's the Lord's Day, and my grandmother said you don't work housework on Sunday, so I don't, but you have to cook. And God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. I hope that you try to make this sausage. I was going to try to do a live tonight with Granny Pat, but I'm not so sure I'm going to make it. So if you don't see me, you know I'm tired and I didn't get to do what I'd planned. And if you do see me, toot your horn and wave. I know you're coming. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.